Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Great.
Good? Excellent. Great. I'd like to hear that, Joe. To hear that. I want to thank the Mayor, David Cicilline, and his staff for inviting me here, for providing me the opportunity to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King, not only in my husband, who's here, and myself, our sort of newly adopted city of Providence, but also to celebrate such extraordinary leaders. In Martin Luther King's last Sunday sermon, he passionately laid out the desire for three things. One, our need to develop a world perspective. Two, our need to fight racial injustice wherever we find it. And three, our need to eradicate poverty. Clearly, even 45 years ago, 45 years later, we have the same needs in front of us. But he made this statement, which I think rings very true for the incredible leaders we have here tonight. Nothing, King said, will be done until people of goodwill put their bodies and their souls in motion. So tonight we confirm, we celebrate, we commend three of our most committed leaders for doing the work King so powerfully asked us to do. I mean, this is a confirmation. It's a confirmation of the fact that we really have to constantly act to do these things. As the Mayor said, this isn't just a matter of opining. I haven't used that word in a very long time, but I think I'm going to bring it back into rotation. I like that, opining. When you say it, it sounds like you're actually doing it. But in fact, you have to act. You must be in constant motion. This isn't about solving a problem overnight. And that requires a real nose to the grindstone sense of commitment and possibility, even when it looks quite dark. And so we have to confirm the need to do today, tomorrow, the next day, not to do in the abstract, but on the ground. It also means we have to face the complexity of what we do. As a teacher, I find myself often in a very awkward situation. Lots and lots of youthful enthusiasm. We have to fix that, Dr. Rose. We're going to fix it. We have to fix that. Let's have a meeting next year. We have to fix that. A whole new group of students. Let's have a meeting the next year. What? Is that still a problem? This sense that, in fact, we must constantly focus on these issues now and solve them tomorrow. But in fact, they're long-standing. They're complex. They require that we address that complexity, that we keep our youthful enthusiasm, no matter our age, but that we add an honest understanding of how complicated it is, and that we don't let that get in our way. So we say, yes, it's complicated. Yes, it's long-standing. Yes, there have been poor people on earth forever, but that won't stop us from reducing poverty as much as we can all the time. The fact that we can't solve it tomorrow shouldn't get in our way. But tonight is also a celebration. It's a celebration of the entire community, but especially of those who King called the people of goodwill. Now, I'm sure all of us believe we're people of goodwill, but our distinguished honorees tonight really embody the kind of goodwill, not just in word but in deed, that we most should be celebrating. So we're gathered here to take a moment to recognize the progress that we've collectively made on these issues through them and through our friends and family members. We don't celebrate uncritically because we do know the road is tough. But we really must celebrate. Because if you don't celebrate this process, really you're not going to make it through. I mean, I just finished saying how long and complex and difficult it's been. For, thousands and thousands of years we're fighting problems. Well, if you don't find a good party to go to periodically, how are you going to wake up and fight tomorrow? I mean, half of it is about keeping on. Half of it's about figuring out to come up with the energy to wake up and deal with it. And so one of the ways you do that is to put on some good music or have some good food or meet with your friends in an important place and think together and enjoy each other and celebrate. But most importantly tonight is a commendation of the three people who, as King reminds us, put their body and souls in motion. Not just our mouths, but bodies and souls. And so we honor them not in isolation. We honor them in community, not only with us, but with the family members, the friends, the children, the loved ones who have undoubtedly sacrificed along with them. Because the work they do doesn't get done between 9 to 5. I mean, goodness, my work, which doesn't come close, doesn't get done between 9 and 9, so I can only imagine what level of commitment, time, and energy and sacrifice their family members are making with them. And so we honor them. We commend them for making this sacrifice with us. But we also honor the commitment and integrity they possess to do something meaningful and sustained and to impact the greater good now and forever. So this is a public thank you to acknowledge that their work is not done in vain, that it's done in our spirit and in our names, and that we inspire them to continue on our behalf because Lord knows what we would do without them. And we want them to know that we need them now more than ever. Thank you very much.